Okay, still look bad, but anyway. I've been watching Kim Wadsworth of Florida. It's The Wads on YouTube. And she made homemade cranberry sauce. And this year, I thought, Mama's not with us no more. She always bought canned cranberry jelly, which is fine. But I want to try, at 47 almost, I'll be 47 in March, I want to try some recipes. So the first one I'm going to try that she made on her channel here a while back is cranberry sauce. You use 2 packs of cranberries for 4 cups. I'm reading it from my notebook because I had to watch the video and write it down. And then you use 2 oranges. You use the orange juice in the 2 oranges, and then you use some of the zest of the oranges. You microplane those off. Or you can actually cut them with a knife, cut the orange, and put it in there just for the flavor, and then before you serve it, take it out. That's a suggestion. Then it uses a cup of sugar, which I'm using Splenda because my family is 0 to no sugar if possible. My mom was borderline diabetic. I'm borderline low sugar, and my husband had gastric bypass, so he has to be very cautious of the sugar. So in a pot, you put 1 cup of sugar, which I've done. I'm going to turn you around. I'm going to try to turn you around. I may have to just show you this way. Put a cup of sugar. That's got 1/2 cup of water. I've got my 2 oranges here. I'm going to squeeze them and zest them. I'll get my microfiber. There it is. Nope, that's not the one I want. And I'll find it in a minute. And bring it to a boil. You add 4 cups of cranberries, which I got my cranberries right here. I just got 2 bags. They're 12 ounces. I'm sure that'll be 4 ounces, or make 4 cups. If it's a little shy, it's fine too. If it's a little lower, it's fine. Then you just bring it to a simmer. And when you hear your berries popping, you take it off the eye. Cut the heat off, move it completely off your eye. And then you just put it in a dish, put it in the refrigerator. Then when you're ready to serve it, it's jailed. I don't understand unless it's the sugar that does it. It gels, and it looks beautiful. She made a lot of different recipes with this one recipe, but I'm just making cranberry sauce. So she said to video it and send it to her, which is what I'm doing. Like I said, I look like crap. I just got back from a grocery pickup haul. I've been sick for the past 2 weeks. My bronchitis has been horrible. I finally got to talk to my doctor yesterday. She sent me in a Z-Pack, and with a Z-Pack, my stomach don't like the first day because it's 2 pills. It's like 500 milligrams. And then the second day, you just do 1 pill for 5 days. So today will be day 2, and then I've got 3 more days after that. Bronchitis I don't think is contagious, but I have acute bronchitis, acute asthma. I'm prone to pneumonia. I had RSV last December. I thought that was only something a kid could get. No, I had it. I don't see how these babies make it. And my lung doctor, who I love here in Wise County, Virginia, who's Dr. Mabe, if you're looking for a pulmonologist, a lung doctor. He's at Norton Community. It's Dr. Devon Mabe. Excellent. He's younger. He's been in the Navy. He's trained. He is a very intelligent person, and I trust him. Because a doctor that comes in and says, you tell me what's going on, and you tell me what you think it is, and we'll talk about it. That, to me, is key. But anyhow, so if you're in Wise County and you're looking for a pulmonologist and you don't want to drive, I was driving to Kingsport every 3 months to see mine. Then mine retired, and the one that took over, we didn't get along. He wanted me to start doing needles. And my new pulmonologist said I had a long road before I ever went to doing shots in my stomach every week. So I'm glad I listened to my mind and my heart and talked to my doctor and was like, listen, I don't care where you send me, but I'm not going back to him. So I found out about them. But they're really good. Anyway, back to the recipe. So I'm making that one today. She also did there was another one I was going to make. I'm doing a candied sweet potatoes because my father-in-law wants candied sweet potatoes. Mama always made them from the can. I'm making them fresh. Pray for me. We're doing Air Thanksgiving on Friday with them. And it's got a lot of ingredients. I'll film it when I go to do it. And my husband's going to be home helping me. And we'll probably do it tomorrow evening after we get done eating with my mom and she goes home, or if she's even still here, I mean, she don't care if I'm filming. It don't bother her. Don't bother me either. I'm going to try to set you all up somewhere to where I can film and do this. Don't look at my kitchen. It's a disaster area. I know. We've had a lot going on. His grandmother died in October, and then 11 days later, my aunt died. So, like, 2 deaths within 11 days. It's been rough. And then I've not been the best of health. And it's just here and there. I need to get my hair washed. I had it done, colored, looks good, but it needs to be washed. It's just up in a little ponytail. I sat in bed last night, and I was like, okay, we're doing a Walmart pickup. I didn't want to wear a mask because I don't want to get nobody else sick, because if they hear you, like, clearing your throat or anything like that, they're just like, and today ain't the day, because the lady that brought my groceries out at Walmart said that people were actually in the store fighting over celery, fruit. And I said, do you all not have enough? She's like, we got more than plenty, but they're just still fighting over it because somebody will pick up the one that another lady wanted. That sounds like a bunch of Karens to me. Just saying, don't come for me. Then I'm going to make my banana pudding, and I make it sugar-free with cream cheese and Cool Whip and vanilla wafers. And I don't use a lot of the vanilla wafers. It has some sugar, but not enough to hurt Josh or my mom. They both can have it. And then I'm making my mom, which was my grandmother, my mom's mom. When I say mama, I'm talking about Josh's mom. It's my husband's mom, or my husband's mama. I'm making her old-fashioned dressing. And I've made it for years. And my mother-in-law said she was on dressing duty this year. Pray for her. She wanted my recipe. I gave it to her, so don't mess it up. But if she does, it's okay. I'll go back to dressing duty next year, I guess. But that's all I got planned. I'm going to get these cranberries going. I don't know how I'm going to juice that orange. I guess I'm going to cut them in half and use a fork. That's what I'm going to do. Cut them in half and use a fork. Put some of that somewhere where... And if you roll your oranges, any kind of your citrus fruit, if you didn't know this, if you roll it, it gets softer. And that's working your juices through. And that's what you want. It says a half a cup because you're going to need a whole cup. But if it's a little over, I think it'll be okay. Just because I think I got more than 4. I think I got more than 4 cups of berries. But we'll try it and see. Okay, this is like really soft now. It was like hard, like this. This one's hard. This one's really soft. This is the one I rolled. So I'm gonna cut it in half, right like that. And then I'm gonna put my knife. If you're afraid to do it with a knife, use a fork. Me, I've been around knives and stuff all my life, so it doesn't bother me. So I'm just going to stab it in the middle, not all the way through, and just start turning it and squeezing it with my hand. If Josh was here, he would film this part. If the pulp goes in, it's fine. I think that's just extra flavoring, in my opinion, and I think more flavoring the better. I'm not a big cranberry eater, the canned. I did have fresh cranberry sauce one time. My Aunt Frida's sister, Aunt Kay, made it. Smokey Bear. Sorry, guys, he's playing. Normally we're playing in the living room, but I'm in here, so he's in here. But anyway, she made it. It was a long time ago when I was a kid, but I loved it. So your orange, the first half of your orange, and overlook my hands because it's got pulp on it. It looks like this. Then we're going to microplane this, and I'll show you how to do that. If you don't have a microplane, it's fine. If you've got a handheld grater or even a box grater, you can do it. I'll show you. So I'm going to do the second half of this first orange. Make sure you get the seeds out, though, if seeds go in. Unfortunately, my Walmart didn't have, like, I was going to use Cuties because I think they got more flavor, but they didn't have them. So I think I'll just stick to Kim's recipe. So if I mess it up, it's my fault. And I just got oranges on my notebook. Okay, that's going to have to be another orange. So, sorry. So we're going to roll again and get it good and loose. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with this one. Cut it in half, knife in, and squeeze as I turn it. When you start getting a lot of juice, just pull your knife out. What you hear me doing is pulling the pulp off the end of the knife. And then just squeeze your juice in. Lord, I have had a lot of juice. Might just use 3 3, an orange and a half is what I mean. Because that made a lot of juice that time. And if it looks like it's getting low, we can always add to it. Let me rinse my hands real quick. I always run hot soapy water in my sink when I'm cooking in here. Just because it's an easy, quick cleanup. Especially if you're not tasting food or messing with food with your mouth, that kind of thing. Okay. Noses. So my face. And if you're wondering why I'm so red-faced, it's not because I'm like, I'm breathing heavy, yes, because I haven't really done nothing for a couple of weeks. But I've got rosacea real bad. If you go to Darlene White on YouTube, I have a makeup page on there. I do skincare mainly on there now. But I talk about it on there. Now, what I'm going to use is just a plain old handheld grater. If you have a box grater, it's fine. If you have one of these, it's fine. If you have a microplane and you know what that is, that's fine too. I can't find mine. I don't know where it's at. I ain't hunting for it. So I'm going to take the back of it and I'm just going to shade it right into my pot. When you get down to the white bit, I'll show you what I mean by white bit. When it starts looking like this, turn it. Go to another side. And just keep turning. Because if you get that white in there, it's going to be bitter. I do know that about citrus. Any kind of citrus. And when I make homemade tea or homemade lemonade, I do the lemons. I do the zest of the lemons too. Because it puts off so much flavor. And it gives a dish. It really elevates a dish. Or a drink. Whatever you're making. A little bit more. It's about 1/4 of a cup, or I mean 1/4 of a teaspoon. Let's see how much more I get here. I think that's good. Now, for putting my cranberries in, I'm gonna show you my pot. And my pots are old. I've been married 25 years, almost 26. So nobody come for me. Let me raise my hand. But I'll get my towel. This is how I normally cook. I don't know why I'm not there. I haven't cooked so long. It's weird. Okay, so here's my pot. We're going to cut it on, and I'm going to put 4 cups of berries in it. It says 2 packs. I can't remember if she said 8 ounces or 12 ounces. Mine are 12 ounces. So I got a cup here. Am I going to measure them all? Am I going to let just some fall in? Yes. Am I going to wash them? No, because it does say on the pack they've been triple washed. I'm not worried about it. I think we'll be fine. Oh, they smell good. So that's what a cranberry looks like. If nobody knows, it's just a little berry. So we're going to go 1 cup, 2 cup. If I get my hand up here. 3 cup. Yeah, I made 3 and about 1/4. So I'm going to open the other. I'm going to go ahead and just put the other bag in too. There's a couple in here that I seen that looks kind of iffy that I'm going to take out, which I'm going to go through the whole pot here and pull out the ones that look iffy. And iffy, I'll show you what I mean by iffy. Iffy means like that. They're kind of black. And that just means they've gotten too ripe or they were in the water too long. If you've never watched them harvest cranberries, I suggest you go YouTube, anywhere you want to watch it, and watch a cranberry gathering video. It is awesome. I was blown away by it. I mean, I know it's in water and that kind of thing, but it's just the way they collect them and how they nurture them. And to me, it was just amazing. I like stuff like that. It's amazing. Because if you don't know, then you'll never know if you don't look yourself. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit more water in there since I got a little bit more cranberries than 4 cups. I've probably got 4.5 cups, honestly. I'll show you in a second. Let me get some water here. And if you see me shaking, yes, I have fibromyalgia, so therefore I do shake. There we go. It looks about like hers did. So this is what it looks like. That's about 4.5 cups. And then I got you in my cupboard if you're wondering, or my mixing bowls and measuring stuff and all that is. So she didn't cover hers, so I'm not going to cover mine. I'm just going to let it come to a boil. come to a nice little rolling bowl. What else do we do? Then we just put it in a bowl, whatever we're going to transport it in. I need to wash that. This is my favorite cutting knife. It's a Rachel Ray, but the grip on it, it's one of my favorite knives to work if I'm doing a lot of different things. So, all right, this is starting to bubble. I'll show you. It's starting to bubble. You can actually hear some of them popping. And she says this comes pretty quick. It happens like pretty quick, so you got to kind of keep a watch on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a wooden spoon. Just a wooden spoon. And just kind of stir it around so that way everything's coated. And that simple syrup is what we were making basically with the water and the sugar. Some of you are younger and like want to test your skills on cooking. Just get in the kitchen. Get a recipe. Watch a video. Just do it because I miss it. I really do. Josh works with an ambulance. He works on an ambulance service and he's a firefighter. So I never know really when he's going to be home. We have a local kitchen here. It's called Country Kitchen. Hello, Tracy, if you run past this. That we get food from a lot. It's home cooked meals in large quantity. But last night we did their turkey dinner and ham dinner. And she didn't disappoint. She actually caters our fire department dinner every December. And has for years. Quite a few years now. I think 3, 4. Okay, they're starting to pop, but they're not quite soft. So I'm just going to keep stirring them and moving them around. So that way I know they all get that syrup on them. And I think that's what's making them pop. But you can hear it. It's like popcorn. If you've ever made homemade popcorn on the stove with oil, you put your kernels in and then put your lid on and shake it. Or Jiffy was it Jiffy Time popcorn? In a little metal pan. It's the same thing. It sounds like popcorn. Hey, you. Quit squeaking. He answers to everything. If I open my mouth, he'll come running. Hey. Okay, they're starting to pop. And when I say pop, this is what they look like when they start popping. It's the skin on them. You can see that. You can't. Oh, this is going to hurt. See how soft they're getting? See the skin right there? That's what popping means. And it's starting to really bull. And they're starting to get softer because they're moving around more. Oh, yeah. This is going to be pretty. It smells good. But yeah, if you're not like diabetically, like you have to watch your diabetes, your sugar intake and stuff, a cup of regular sugar is what you use. Okay, these are like popped. And they're going to continue cooking, so I'm going to take and cut my eye off. I'll show you what they look like, and then I'm going to move them. And I'm going to put them back here on the back where the eye's not on. And they're still popping. So, on that note, I'm going to go on to another recipe. And I will film my... I'm not going to do my banana pudding tonight because I don't want my bananas to turn brown. I'll probably make it early Friday morning before we go because we got to be out there at 1. And you don't really need to set up because it kind of firms up with the cream cheese and the Cool Whip. But when I do my dressing, I'll video it so y'all can see it. Like I said, it's my mom's recipe. And I think she actually got it from her mom, which we called Granny. Or Mom called her Granny. So, yeah, I'll share some recipes. And I'll just put them on my Instagram stories. And you'll come across them, I guess. Talk to you in a little bit. Bye.